Shankarji has got 11 forms, and the highest Rudra is Hanuman. So it is said that he loves this Ram Katha so much, wherever the Ram Katha begins, Hanumanji, often an asana is placed for him. But he doesn't even need an asana. He comes in any form that he wishes, and he does the raspan of this Ram Kathamrit. There is a story once in Mumbai's commercial area called Madho Bagh. At the end of the Katha, they say Katha Visarjana hota hai sunahu Veer Hanuman. The Katha is ending, Hanumanji, now you can depart. So at the end of this Katha, on the third day, the Katha Vachak, he offered stuti to the Asana of Hanuman. An advocate got up from the audience and he said, "What is this jokery you do? On this asana, how do you know that there is Hanuman sitting?" So Panditji said, "All right, I will answer your question tomorrow." All night long he prayed to Hanuman. Next day, he again placed the asana and he did the ahvan, "Hanumanji, please come and reside." He then asked that advocate present. The advocate got up. He said, "Come, lift the asana." So it's a true katha. He tried his best, but he was unable to move the asana. He admitted his defeat and offered pranam. There is an instance you all have heard that once Mother Sita was giving gifts to everyone. Hanuman was wondering, what is she going to give to me? She took a mala and gave it to him. Hanuman took one of the beads and he cracked it with his mouth and he threw it. Then he took another bead, cracked it with his mouth and threw it. So somebody said, "Why are you disrespecting the mala that Sita has given?" Hanuman said, "I am checking if the image of my Ram is in this bead. If it is not there, what use is it to me?" So then they questioned Hanuman that, "All right, do you have Ram in Sita in your heart? If you don't, then what use is it?" At that time, Hanuman tore his heart apart, and there he showed the images of Sita and Ram installed. Hanumanji, in his huge form, he stood on a hill to jump off. Now he pressed that hill with so much of force that it got squashed. Jehi giri pair dehi Hanumanta chale sada patal turanta. And he took off. Now he is going on Ram Kaj. So obstacles came of different kinds. From the earth, from the water, from the sky. So first of all, there was a golden mountain that arose from the ocean. This was Maina Parvat. So the mountain said to Hanumanji that you are going so far, you must be getting tired. Come and relax on me, and then after that you can continue. Hanumanji, he said, in Ram Kaj, where is the relaxation? I will do my work and then afterwards I will relax. Nevertheless, to show respect to the mountain, he touched it and continued. Now, Surasa came, a Sarpini, a female snake. She raised her hood big into the air and said, I am exceedingly hungry. You seem to be very tasty. I shall eat you for my lunch. So Hanumanji said, That's all right. Do one thing. Let me finish and my work, and then I will come back and I will myself fall into your mouth. Surasa said that I am a snake. When I feel hungry, I eat my own eggs. You think I'm going to leave you like this? So Hanuman said, all right, then eat me. Hanumanji increased his body to 1 yojan size. So now Surasa was obliged to open her mouth to an equal size. Like when you eat pani puri, you have to open your mouth wide. So Surasa made it 1 yojan, Hanumanji increased to 2 yojan. Surasa made it 2 yojan, Hanumanji increased to 4. So 4 to 16, 16 to 32, 32 to 64. So when she increased 64, jas Surasa badana badhava tasu dugun kapi rupa dikhava. At 64 yojans, suddenly Hanumanji became small. He entered her mouth and he said, all right, I have fulfilled your wish. I entered your mouth, I am leaving now. So in front of the first obstacle, Hanumanji showed humbleness. In front of the second obstacle, he used his intellect. You see, all kinds of obstacles will come when you do bhakti. So you have to handle them in accordance with their nature. Now he went further ahead, and there was a demoness called Sinika. So Sinika used to eat the birds by pinning their shadow. And those poor birds would be forced to come and she would eat. So she grabbed Hanumanji's shadow while he was flying. Now Hanumanji said, here's the next obstacle. This time he gave her a box and knocked her out. Sometimes you need to use force where people will not listen to intellect, etc. So he continued and he crossed the 100 yojan ocean and landed in Lanka. Now he made his form normal and he looked over the wall into Ravan's Lanka. He saw a golden city full of opulence. Soldiers are patrolling in different places, the demon soldiers. Lots of beautiful women, lots of places for enjoyment. So Hanuman saw that there's a wall around and 4 gates. He decided that the best time to enter will be night time. So at night he made his form even smaller and he was making his entrance when guarding that entrance was a Rakshasi called Lankini. So Lankini said, "Hey chor!" Hanumanji thought, the biggest thief is inside. I'm going for Ram Kaj and she's calling me thief. So he boxed her and Lankini fell flat. Now she should have got annoyed, she should have got frightened, but she came and offered her pranam to Hanuman. She said, the words of Brahmaji have come true. When Ravan got hold of this Nagari, at that time I was fed up with him. So Brahmaji told me, do not worry. When a monkey reaches here and knocks you out, you can understand that the end of Lanka is near. So I offer my respects to Ram's Sevak. Hanumanji went into the city. He walked around. Since it was night time, the Rakshasis were sleeping. He also entered the room of Ravan. He was also sleeping with his 10 heads. So Hanumanji was inspecting the city. And in one place, in one house, he saw outside Tulsi was growing. Hanumanji said, in this city of demons, How come this tulsi growing? So while he was contemplating it, Vibhishan woke up and he started chanting the name of Ram as was his habit. Ram, 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 Ram. Hanumanji was more astonished. So they started speaking. Hanuman said that you are a devotee of Ram. How come, how do you manage to stay in this city like this? So the dialogue ensued. Vibhishan said, I am a devotee. I have been taking Ram, 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 Ram. But I have not received Ram's grace. What is the reason for that? Hanuman said, you did not receive grace because you were taking the Ram Nam, but you were not doing the Ram Kaj. When Ravan kidnapped Mother Sita and brought her here, knowing that it is wrong, why did you not object? So Vibhishan promised that henceforth he will definitely do the Ram Kaj, and if there is a wrong, he will speak up. Vibhishan said that today I know that Ram's grace has fallen upon me. Ab mohi bha bharosa Hanumanta binu hari kripa milahi nahi santa. Without the grace of Ram, I would not have met a saint like you. So Hanumanji then from there he proceeded. It had become morning time. So he reached this garden. He jumped up on the tree. And Sita, when he saw her, she was in a very pitiable condition. She was thin and lean and sad, in separation from Ram. And she was practically not eating anything. So Hanumanji thought, how should I reveal myself? So he took the mudrika that Ram had given and threw it in front of her. Now when she received the mudrika, she immediately recognized. She said, where did this come from? Who has thrown it here? So Hanumanji, he started relating Ram Katha prasangs, relating the Ram Leela. This is Hanumanji's style. He often does this. He starts relating the Ram Leela. So Hanumanji sitting on the tree top started relating. In one way, some people said he started the parampara that the Kathavachak should sit on top. So Sita was able to hear. She said, such sweet words. They are so pleasing to my ear like music. Who is this? Please reveal yourself. Hanumanji jumped down and he said, Ma, I am Ram Dut Hanuman. I am Ram Das. So Sita did not look at him. She said, how do I believe that you are? He said, I am telling you. Sita said, even Ravan said the same thing. And then he kidnapped me. So Hanumanji said, Ma, I take a vow at the lotus feet of Kripa Nidhan, our Prabhu Ram, that I am his sevak. So when Hanumanji took the name Kripa Nidhan, at that time Sita ji realized, because she was the only one who used to address him by that name, Karuna Nidhan. So when Hanumanji said Karuna Nidhan, Sita ji understood. So Hanumanji assured her that my Prabhu has sent me with the message that do not worry, he is going to come and get you. Hanumanji said, I have the power that I can put you on my back and I can take you across, but that will not be appropriate. So Sita ji said, you have that much of power, but you are a small monkey. So when Sita ji said like that, Hanumanji increased his body and became huge. Sita ji was pleased. She blessed him. Ashta Siddhi Navanidhi ke data. So she blessed him to have the Ashta Siddhis and the Navanidhis. Hanumanji became small again. So Hanumanji said, Mother, do not worry. I shall go back, give the message to him. He will bring the army and he shall conquer Ravan and liberate you from here.